was a time not so long ago that my only relationship to Starbucks was that I worked there. I wasn't a fanatical customer. I wasn't the owner of a franchise. All I had to do with the coffee chain was the fact that I could be seen in the drive-thru window in the dark hours of the late shift. For a long time, I thought this meant literally nothing. After all, very little business ever came through the drive-thru at the hour, especially given the location I worked at, being somewhere most people consider as the middle of nowhere. Most people were just stopping by to get some caffeine so they could continue with their overnight drives across the middle of the country. The inside was closed anyway, but I doubt most of them would have considered staying for long if it was. It wasn't an urban craft coffee house. It was just a rural Starbucks.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. How may I take your order?
I'd like a grande iced caramel macchiato with extra vanilla sweet foam, 2 pumps of caramel syrup, 2 pumps of mocha syrup with soy milk and brown sugar topping. Oh, and 2 extra shots of espresso. I never understood how people could put such diabetic abominations into their bodies and continue to function normally. And it always amused me how they seemed allergic to real cow's milk, as if it was unhealthy or something, when they were about to consume enough sugar to put a toddler into a coma. But that's beside the point, because for all the silly sorority girls and giggling frat boys coming in to order this unholy concoction, or another, none of them caused anybody any harm, except maybe to their own pancreas. Actually, as a matter of fact, when I look back on those people now, I tend to see them as fond memories of a simpler, more innocent time in my life. More than anything, I wish I could go back to my old life of standing in that drive-thru and feeding people's addictions to caffeine and sugar. Unfortunately, there's just no way that's going to be possible. Not after what happened that night. The night began no different than any other. There was nothing in the air that suggested any of the things that were about to happen. I remember which cars were supposed to be getting what drinks, but it wasn't meant for identifying license plates and tipping off the police about people with expired tags or whatever.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. How may I take your order?
Good choice. Do you know the secret formula?
Yeah. You'll find out when you come around to pick up your order. What would you like to drink?
I'm sure you're used to eating something with crabs. You want anything to drink with?
Sir, this isn't funny. You'll have to order something on the menu, please.
I'm sure you're used to eating something with crabs. You want anything to drink with?
I'm not putting up with this. Would you rather speak to my manager, sir?
Good choice. Do you know the secret formula? I'm sure you're used to eating something with crabs. You want anything to drink with?
Okay, that's enough. If you don't get the hell out of here, I'm calling the cops.
I watched him drive off from the intercom, hoping that he would just be some creepy old dude playing some kind of crass joke on a college student, and that he would drive off and not stop at the window. But of course, he wasn't ready to leave. He screeched to a stop just outside the window, leaning out of his car door with a strangely apologetic face, pleading something with his hands together. Reluctantly, I opened the window just a crack. I'm sorry, really. I didn't mean to freak you out. You're just as perfect as you sounded. You know, you have the most beautiful blonde hair. Such long, sultry hair. Anyway, I'm sorry about all that back there. I just want a black coffee. I wasn't sure what to make of the situation. He seemed like he was just some out-of-touch old creep trying to prey on some younger women, which obviously is a terrible thing to do, but I wasn't worried about men like Worth getting reprimanded to deny him service.
And how will you be paying?
He held out a clenched fist while he stared at me with hungry, wrinkled eyes, almost drooling over his sagging chin. I ignored his gaze and opened the window a little more to get my arm through. I held out my hand to receive the change, but when he opened his fist, there was nothing in it at all. In the same instant, he latched onto my arm with a vice grip and yanked onto my arm. He was so much stronger than I thought he could be. He pulled me right out through the window and into his car. Right as I got the time to react, just beginning my struggle against him, he struck me over the head with something like a hammer, and I blacked out. Hi, I'd like a Krabby Patty meal, please.
Good choice. Do you know the secret formula?
I don't know. I just want something to eat.
I'm sure you're used to eating something with crabs. You want anything to drink with that?
Lady, just get me my Krabby Patty.
Wait here. We're a little short-staffed tonight, so I'll be with your Krabby Patty.
The short encounter with her seemed to drag on forever. A lot of things were off about her. I was just glad it was over. Once I paid and got my receipt, I found a seat nearby. Nobody else was in the restaurant even though it wasn't that late. For some reason, it took forever for my food to be ready. Maybe about 10 or 15 minutes of scrolling on my phone later, the nasty old lady finally came back to the counter with my tray. I quickly walked up and snatched it. I then sat down and went right for the Krabby Patty, undoing its container and taking a huge bite. About 3 seconds into chewing, a horrible pungent flavor spoiled the whole bite. I kept chewing for a second, thinking maybe it was supposed to be the tang of some kind of tartar sauce they were using. But it just got worse. It was like piss, battery acid, and snot all mixed together. Before I knew it, the rotten flavor triggered my gag reflex, and I vomited all over the table. I couldn't stop dry heaving and choking on bile. I collapsed out of the chair and crawled to the bathroom, where I fought for my life. Once I could finally walk again, I stormed out of the so I ran to the door and started trying to beat it down.
What did you do to my food, you nasty bitch? Come out here, you Mrs. Pump lookalike. I'm gonna cave your skull in.
Okay, Kiku. You can open your eyes now.
Really?
Yes. Look at the mirror.
Little Bill. You tricked me. You cut all my hair and make me bald.
Yes, I did. Now you look like me. And we can still be together.
Okay, let's eat this sexy mamaza turkey. Man, this is so delicious. I hope I'll do it again on next Thanksgiving.
Belly, have you seen your mother around here?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I think I need to check the camera to find out where could she be.
Oh shit.
Go, go.
Hello, Puss.
Oh, fuck.
Fallout is expected. You and your family must take cover at once. Do not stay out of doors.
Sounds bad. I'd better make ready for it. I'd better make plans. I'd better make it.
Fuck. I'm covered in green slime. Can this get even worse?
Oh, this one is about to get worse. Because for your 5th punishment, you will get...
Hey, Marini, could you come here for a sec? Thanks. Alright, I look good. Are you sure? No.
Come out here, you nasty bitch! I'm gonna cave your skull in!